So we recently did a national study asking working Americans, what is it that is meaningful to you right now? And we customized 27 questions. And one of the things that working Americans begin to say to us is 80% of working Americans think having and modeling resilience is critically important in the workplace. But then we turn around and we ask working Americans, how do you define resilience? So if we gave them 17 qualities, the top 3 that came up was grit, problem solving, and perseverance. So in other words, every single day, people are catching something from you based on how you show up. So as we think through personal resilience, I want to invite you into just a conversation to think about how am I doing personally. So a number of years ago, I grew up in Buffalo, New York. Go Bills, this is our year. I'm just saying. I grew up in Buffalo, New York, and mom and dad dropped me off at Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. And at the end of my freshman year at Morehouse, they called and said, we don't have the money to send you back to Morehouse, nor do we have money to bring you back home to Buffalo, but we do love you. And how many realize I didn't quite feel the love? And I have been carrying with me for a number of years, probably more years than I care to say, my transcript from my freshman year at Morehouse College. First semester freshman, 3.0. Second semester freshman, 1.8. This is where you insert bless his heart. So I dropped out of Morehouse. I eventually did go back to school, got my undergrad, got my master's degree. I was just on the 10-year plan. And my parents said, it took you 10 years to finish your degree. I said, because you didn't pay, but I love you. So I got a job working at a Days Inn hotel there in Atlanta, Georgia, where they left the light on for you. And working at the front desk, and what I didn't understand back then, you're working at the front desk, you're the PBX operator, you're the night auditor, you're the bellman. I mean, a lot of different roles that I was like, I am not being paid for this. This is crazy. But I was 19 years of age, lost as a goose in a blizzard. And so I got an offer to go and work at the Ritz-Carlton. And the Ritz-Carlton Buckhead at that time was the flagship of Ritz-Carlton hotels. And so Ed Staros, who at the time was the managing director, he interviewed me for a night manager position. So this would seem like a no-brainer. Days Inn, Ritz-Carlton. Take the Ritz-Carlton job, right? Wrong. I turned it down because I didn't understand what a Ritz-Carlton was. You know, I heard that we are ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen. I thought next they would ask me, would you please pass the Grey Poupon? You know, I didn't know. So I stayed at that Days Inn, and what I began to recognize as I began to think about my journey of resilience, it's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not that holds you back. And sometimes in the midst of transformation and change, anybody going through change at all? Anybody going through change? All right. Now, if your boss is at the table, keep your hand down, look straight ahead, all right? No change, everything is wonderful. When you're going through change, here's something that I want all of you brilliant thrivers to think about. By the way, I met some brilliant thrivers this morning coming in the room. Where's Julie from Michigan? Where's Julie from Michigan? And hey, Julie, how are you? Julie that lives about 100 miles outside of Detroit, if my memory serves me correctly. And then I met Jacob from Wichita. Jacob from Wichita, I don't know if he's in the room. Hey, Jacob, how are you? There was a John from Utah who walked by me, said hi to John. And then there was Shelly Ann from West Palm. Hey, Shelly Ann, there you go. And I'm calling your names out because you're brilliant thrivers. Where is, let's see, B-A-R-T, Barth from Texas. I don't know if Barth from Texas is here. But I met all of these individuals, and when I looked in your eyes, I said, these are brilliant thrivers. Because here's the deal. No matter what you're experiencing in your industry right now, I submit to you that the reason you weren't born in the 18th century is because you weren't needed. You exist right now in this industry, in this particular era in history, because there's something that you have been called to do. This is your personal brilliance.